We're gonna work on optimizing this. I love this one Lost in Time, I gotta say. You know? I was talking to Hoy. He said he wasn't a gigantic believer. I'll make him a believer. This card is amazing. Isn't this just good? They say turn one oath is risky. They say it's committal. But how do you turn down an opportunity? Look at this! Oh, that's so good. I think we did just lose though. Don't turn one oath, boys. Don't do it. Be better than I am. So, I think that turn one oath is often poorly utilized. I think the best strategy with turn one oath is to use it to pressure a lane and then to not fight for that lane anymore. From beyond the veil of now you might say, but Swim, isn't it bad in the Storm matchup to commit yourself out of fighting for the left lane after you've put a big card down on that lane? Yes. We're gonna try this. Maybe this works. It's gonna be okay. I actually like the draw here. Because we have Coup and Cheating Death in our hand, both we can't play this turn. We want more opportunities to play cards this turn for tempo. Love the Kana here. Right? I think so. Like, how does he put Drow into this left lane? He needs to, and yet, how does he? Why not into Oath lane? I really like this card. This card is the reason that this card is in my deck. This card is actually like the most insane thing on the planet. When you think about it, like, look at this card. It's like 2/4 stats times 3. It's a 6/12 worth of stats for 4 mana. And it's even better than that. Because you're spreading them out. And that's good for buffs and chumps and not getting blown out by fucking Slay. This is the worst series of events for me. There's actually no permutation of spawns and arrows that could have been worse for me here. Oh well. 4 mana, WTF. Yeah, this card is pretty WTF. But this is kind of the trade-off. Like, blue, in theory, has ridiculously powerful cards to balance out their literal Tidehunter's worth of stats. Daily reminder that Tidehunter is not a good card. Sorry, guys.
You obviously don't know who I am.
Prey is also crazy? Yeah, Prey's pretty crazy. So, in theory, it's conceivable he could do something weird, like gust me off of initiative. And I'm always going to D-portal no matter what anyway. There's nothing I could draw off a potion that could change my D-portal, so I'll just save the D-portal here. So if you look at this oath, like, take a look at this oath, right? It's like, okay, so yeah, we played the oath, but it killed 2 things. It killed the Kana, and it killed the Drow. These are good things. And now we're kind of locked out of this lane, maybe. But so is he. I mean, we killed some things. We got some gold. That's not worth it. Your hate for Tide breaks my heart. Yeah, I'm sorry. I used to be in the cult of Tidehunter. No, I mean I'm a fan of Tidehunter. Who doesn't like a little tentacle action every now and again, you know? Like, I like him conceptually. He's a neat dude. I feel like he'd be fun to hang out with at like a bar, but he's got 2 attack, guys. Like, you can look at him and you can be like, but wait, Swim, he gives you initiative on his signature card. Or like, but, you know, sometimes Ravage can make you win a game. And, guys, he has 2 attack.
How can I help you?
Like, listen, I think the card is, I would say he kind of has competitive potential. If you really want to look at Tidehunter as a card, here's my actual competitive analysis. Kraken Shell is not a unique card because it's effectively on the same power level as Fight Through the Pain, which is a main deck option. So effectively, the most efficient way to think about Kraken Shell as a card is it gives you the value of the opportunity cost of the 38th, 39th, and 40th main deck slots of your deck list, right? So for example, if you would be cutting cards like Soul of Spring or cards like Legion Standard Bearer, then that's the value that Tidehunter's signature card gives you if you assume you would run Fight Through the Pain as a 3 of, which you wouldn't because it's always a 2 of instead, right? And if you're evaluating based on that, Tidehunter's Sig is actually one of the best Sigs in the entire game because main deck cards are by and large much more powerful than signature cards, which actually kind of suck. I mean, cards like Berserker's Call and Coup are main deckable, but you would never 3 of those cards, I think. So, I mean, Duel is a 3 of main deck card. Basically, Tidehunter's signature is really good value. Rest of him kind of blows, though.
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2.
Another good way to think about the value of Tidehunter's signature is that it'll get better over time, because as the quality of main deck cards goes up, the quality of Kraken Shell will go up. Because again, it frees up your main deck slots from having to run Fight Through the Pain, which is the same thing as Kraken Shell otherwise. So we're just gonna go all in on Cheating Death, right? That's just the strategy here. We put Drought right. We could put Drought right?
5 seconds remaining.
We're worried about Arcane Assault plus Annihilation. If he has Arcane Assault and Annihilation, we're actually going to lose the game. I'd main deck 3 Gust. Okay, you guys are right. Gust is another 3 of. But obviously, outside of like the amazing top tier exceptions, you do see signature cards being worse than main deck cards. So the fact that your signature card can free up your main deck card slots, that's kind of what Tidehunter does as a power, right? That's good. Like, main deck cards are nuts. People are forced to cut really good cards. Like Soul of Spring as a 1 of in that like Life Coach ramp deck, very, very powerful. Cards like Legion Standard Bearer, Tyler State Censor. A Gloaty Vandal had to go down to a 2 of in, for example, Hoy's deck. These are cards that are so good, but you're forced to cut. A lot of ramp decks were cutting Bronze Legionnaire, which is, I mean, these are nutty cards, but you still have to cut them in a lot of decks. And if you are forced to run 3 Fight Through the Pain, which I hope you're not.
Gives me strength.
So we have a few options here. We could take the Cheating Death, or we could Gust him here and take the Cheating Death from the Drow onto the left side. Now, the risk is sometimes he'll block me out of playing Cheating Death. He can't actually do that with Ogre here. So it's pretty much an equivalent decision, which I do. If I Cheating Death here and he annihilates, I'm not really sad unless something really terribly wrong happens. I'm more scared of this mana than the mana on the right though, right?
5 seconds remaining.
Isn't it just better to Gust him here and then Cheating Death from right? I think there's nothing he can play that stops me from getting this Cheating Death off, right? In which case, it's always better to do it in this order. And now I have it off of initiative as well. Earlier I play it, the better. What's a main deck card? Main deck cards are the 25 cards you put into your deck that take those like main slots, right? Any card that you can ever draw into your hand. Well, no, because there's signature cards as well. There's 25 main deck cards, 15 signature cards, and 9 item cards in a deck. How do you get invited to tournaments? Is there any path for unknown or unsponsored players to the tournaments that you know of? No, you're basically screwed. Okay, so that was my kind of like edgy answer. My real answer is no, you're pretty much screwed. So okay. So you gotta try to win the most of the like open accessible tournaments you can, because there are community cups and stuff like that. Try to develop a name in that way. That's probably your biggest bet. That's why we need a ranked ladder. Honestly, a ranked ladder would help with this. Just play in community tournaments. Try to kind of, you know, win as many or place as high and as many as you can.
15 seconds remaining.
So here we have to look at how much initiative is going to matter. I think it's going to matter quite a bit. We've got Sorla coming in with Ku. At this point, mid is winning itself, and we just need to get our combo off. As much as we'd like to Stonehall or even Blink the Drow, because I do like populating both green heroes mid. As much as I'd like to do either of those things, it's important to deploy the Sorla left and take the Ku on the blue hero with a Sanctum in that I can. The deployments on his side don't have blue, so we can lock him out of the option of casting blue on left lane. Oh shit. Guys, I'm fucking stupid. Holy shit. Yeah, we fucking lost though.
No tower is impregnable.
I'm sure it won't matter, right? He won't have like stars line. Assault Ladder's blink. I mean, that's not really the issue. The issue is more he's going off and I can't stop him because I slapped an oath down here. That oath really slowed him down though, right? I mean, we still can't say that wasn't worth it. Yo, that oath killed 2 heroes. Yeah, okay, that wasn't worth it. Ooh, yum. Prey's gonna be nuts, huh? So we gotta get the Sorla here as fast as possible.
I'll kill our enemies.
If we get the Sorla here before like the double Thunder Boy comes out, we're good. You had initiative into Gust? Yep, I did have initiative into Gust. But I'm in a lane where I know for a fact that he can't afford not playing anything. And also, he has something like Arcane Assault. When they have Arcane Assault in their hands, which, you know, he might not have in his hand, but it's in his deck has a 2-of, and his hand is very large, so the probability of that is very high. You kind of don't want to play for initiative in a situation like this. And this is something you can do pretty often as the aggressor. Like, the Gust is powerful here, but he's in a situation where he cannot afford to play for initiative outside of something like Assault. So we have the opportunity to play stuff like this. This is stuff that will happen to you pretty often as an aggro player, because you will put your opponent at such a awkward position that they have no choice but to give you initiative for free. We could Gust, or we could just Cheating Death again. Cheating Death is funnier, but Gust is better. We could also Prey on the weak, and then just rely on this Cheating Death. It's unfortunate, because all of the options in our hand are actually really funny. All 3 of them. I'm supposed to Gust here. This is what I'm supposed to do.
I'll kill our enemies.
You need to stay alive from Double Thunder. This is too important.
Perfect.
The 2 Cheating Death stack? Yeah. 50 plus 50 is 100. Oh, Swim actually did the smart play, so unexpected. Yeah, exactly. What you're seeing right now is tournament Swim. This is not stream silly boy Swim. This is Swim actually making the normal plays and doing the proper things. You're gonna see a lot more of this Swim too. Whee!
I am no stranger to the frost.
Wow, it would suck to be this guy. I'm not gonna lie. Obliterating Orb might actually start being good. Because for Salamene mirrors, you need Obliterating Orb. It's the single best item tech you can use. And Salamene, one of the things that counters them is Cheating Death, which Orb smashes. Obliterating Orb might actually be quite meta. Which is weird to say because it's a 10 gold do nothing sometimes, but you don't always have to buy it. Sometimes it just locks you out of your item shop, forehead. Why doesn't Swim play draft more? Because there's not enough draft tournaments in the near future. So, I mean, we're still at the mercy of his stars line. Did he actually not have it last turn? It's possible he just didn't know about the interaction with Sanctum. Because some people don't know that this actually gives you 3 mana when you use it. From this round, from this round. I mean, if he has Stars Sanctum, he can still go off here. Looks like he doesn't. So he's going to open with Annihilation, and he's going to get really sad when it doesn't really work.
I've been given the means for revenge. Let the
Yeah, nothing's dying, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, do it, dude. Annihilate me. Give it to me. Okay, that's a lot better. Unfortunately for you, buddy, I've got one too.
Blood.
This is a pretty wide board. I wish I could like zoom out on this board just to see how many things are actually dying. Place your bets, guys. How many units are we losing? What's gonna happen here? Let's just miss this. Why not, right?
The House of Amber stands with the House of Avernus.
What's it gonna be? What do we lose? 2? I mean, any strategy that wants to put ancient potential on the board might have to use Cheating Death. And aggro can only ever be super strong if you are playing for the ability to go for the ancient, I think. Particularly with the Kana D-Portal version. I don't know, guys. I don't feel like I'm missing much from cutting red. I'm not gonna lie. I think that a refined version of this deck could, in theory, be better than red-black aggro.
Shiny.
Get out of here.
I don't know why you're choosing. Just that you must die.
On a scale from Duelist to Gwent, how dead is this game? It's about a Fey area. Actually, I think Fey area is off that scale. It's like a Shadowverse. Am I scared of left at all? I ain't scared of nothing, right? Yeah, this looks pretty good. I guess we'll just go here, right? I mean, it's technically possible he wins. All he has to do is just annihilate every single one of my units. And I only have like 20, right? So all he has to do is annihilate like 19 units on a 25% chance each. Easy.
The seasons shift, and I with them.
Did you expect Artifact to be doing as badly as it is now? No. No. I don't know. I think that they'll make some changes, turn it around. I did expect Artifact to not be like a really big game off the bat. I mean, I think some people thought it was going to be like bigger than Hearthstone. And I think that line of reasoning is completely insane. Like, Artifact was never even going to be close to as big as Hearthstone. But I think Artifact is going to have a bit of a slow growth. That's kind of what I always expected for the game. Which I think there's nothing wrong with. They need to change some things. I think the core gameplay is great. I think the card design is weak based on what I'd expected. But honestly, future sets will fix that up. get better once they had progression. I think that, I mean, basically, at the end of the day, the biggest problems with Artifact are all completely superficial. It's really important to remember this, guys. Like, when you look at the biggest problems with Artifact, you're looking at stuff like, you know, the economy system or the progression system. The economy might be harder for Valve to change. It's hard to know exactly how much they'll change about that. They have made the game significantly more new player friendly than 2 weeks ago. He's not actually killing my green heroes here, right? I mean, come on. That would never happen. Uh-oh, one's down. Shit. Dude, are we actually losing this game? Dude, if I lose Lycan, we actually lost. I think that in addition to the other superficial changes we're talking about, the base set being weak compared to the fundamentals is also largely superficial. What? Excuse me? Dude, I've got 2 cheating deaths. What the hell? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, so I have this melee creep staying alive. And I have this melee creep staying alive. Both of them have assault ladders and double mist. So they're both going up to 6 attack. So we're still lethaling him if he doesn't blink. So just don't blink, dude. I haven't been counting his gold because I've been too lazy this game.
You all will scream.
Okay, I mean, it's still not going to be enough to stay alive unless you have blink. Even if he blinks, you can gank him? I don't think I have any heroes, bro.
Keep me safe.
Yeah, this lane's pretty spooky.
I'm feeling rather redundant.
Should have just kept Sorla off the ganked Kana. Yeah, I think this oath wasn't worth it, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Silencing one of my lanes is kind of scary.
Only the strong are willing to pay.
Wait, his deck is empty. He just used Diabolic Revelation with no cards in his deck. Yeah. This guy's got pretty fast APM. He's actually playing faster than I can pass. 100 damage? Whatever. Honestly, he didn't stand a chance against us. What an easy game. Turn 1 oath. Ain't even a problem. Let's watch these ignites fly. Look at his golds. Everything dies. And it still doesn't matter. What a bad feeling. Guess I got him. You guys said this deck was bad.